guardians of the child shall resign to the committee the control and management of the child, together with authority to place the child out to trade or service. And guardians shall be allowed to visit children only if they come clean in person and dress, conduct themselves in an orderly manner, and do not, under any circumstances, give the children any kind of eatables.
Mrs. Barraclough, you asked to see my husband. I'm afraid he's in choir practice at the moment. I'm matron. Can I help you?
It's my grandson, Sam. Sam Wilson.
Yes, I've sent for Sam. You know that we break up tomorrow for the holidays.
That's what I've come for. We've had diphtheria in the village. Oh, it seems as if it's over now, but Dr. White were round for my husband last night, and he said Sam should stop another week to be on the safe side, if that's all right.
Stay here, you mean?
If it's not putting on you.
Well, we do have boys staying. Some of them have got nowhere they can go. My husband's taking a party of 12 to London for the week tomorrow, as a matter of fact. It's a founder's bequest holiday.
It need only be for the week, the doctor said.
Well, I think we can manage that. I'll be here, and one of the masters to stay with the other boys. Has your husband had diphtheria?
No, we've not had it on the roll. He's gone down with pneumonia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you come far?
It's 2 hours or so on the train. My son would have come, but he said I should go for a change. I'm not used to trains.
You know the time of your train back?
An hour, they said.
Oh, well, it's only 2 minutes' walk to the station. I can arrange a cup of tea for you in the kitchen if you'd like.
I'll be glad of that.
Well, I'll see to it. You sit there and wait for Sam.
Here you are, my love. Hey, let's have a look at you. Is that a new jacket?
New a taster after we come back.
Goodness me, but you're smart. Bit short in the sleeve, perhaps, is it?
We change after holidays. Have you come to fetch me, Gran?
Change? Change clothes so soon?
We go besides. We all move up one. I'm moving to David Badbury's stuff. He's mucky. He spills his dinner down him, and he wets himself.
You didn't tell me you changed clothes like that.
Have you come to fetch me early, Gran?
Your granddad's poorly, and there's diphtheria in Skeleton. We want you to stop another week.
Oh.
You wouldn't want to catch diphtheria, would you?
I want to come home.
Just a week more. Well, there'll be other lads here. You can wait 1 more week, can't you? 5 whole weeks you'll have then.
I want to come home.
Some of the lads can't go home at all, can they? Some of them don't have homes to go to, do they? Like young Tad Dawson. Will I be able to see him before I go?
You'll have to ask Matron.
It'll happen brighten things for him to see somebody he knows. I were at school with his mother. She'd want me to see him.
She's dead.
What difference does that make?
You said she'd want you to see him.
Well, so she would if she were here. He's got nobody else, you know. Not like you. Don't you like it here?
No.
Well, you said you did at Easter and Christmas before.
I didn't mean it.
Why did you say so, then?
I don't know.
Well, there's nothing your gran can do about it, love. Just a week. Give me a smile. Hey. Turn the corners up and let sunshine through. You wouldn't want your gran to worry about you all the way back on train, would you? 'Cause I do worry about you, you know.
I'll stop another week.
You're a good lad. Your granddad got you something before he went poorly. I'm not supposed to tell you. He's looking after 'em till you come home.
Pigeons?
Aye, pigeons.
Bet he eats them before I get home.
Oh, I bet he doesn't. Not had his teeth in for a week.
Will you tell him I don't like it here? Will you?
Can't you try and like it?
I've tried and I can't. And I never will.
Are you awake?
I've been awake for the last hour, which is more than I can say for thee.
Did I nod?
I can put up with him nodding. It's the grunting that gets on me
You
nerves.
mustn't get mad at me. It's bad for thee. Doctors do soon.
Nay, I'm not in the worst yet.
Nay, that's past worst.
I wasn't born yesterday, you ducky. I know pneumonia. I helped nurse thee through it, didn't I?
I know. I remember firelight on ceiling. Only time I remember a fire in bedroom.
When's your mum due back?
Quarter of an hour or so. Ethel's gone to the station to meet her.
Rub some of that liquid paraffin on my lips.
Shall I put some in my hand? They can do it this end then.
Feared to touch me.
Yeah. I should do it if they wants.
Did you feed them pigeons?
Aye, I did.
Remember when I first give thee pigeons?
I were in my seventh heaven with them.
I've done what I could for thee over the years. If I've rated thee from time to time, thou's deserved it.
Aye. Happen I have.
I want them pigeons in good fettle for when lad comes home.
I shall see to 'em. I shall watch out for 'em.
Who's upstairs with him?
George.
I brought some chicken broth. Got a fowl from Eileen's dad yesterday.
Thanks, mate. I'll put it in pantry till Mam gets home.
I thought you were on holiday.
Only time you can really sort things out, holidays.
They're sorted out regardless of anything you can do. How many of these lads will not go down pit?
The ones that'll be disappointed. The lads I teach have had the chance at a scholarship, if you can call it a chance. They want to be men and earn a wage now.
Why do you bother then?
You think I shouldn't?
Just puts ideas into their heads, that's all. I suppose you get paid for it.
I get paid for it.
Mate, I'm sorry. Mate, it's Les. He's crying again.
Nay, lass, he'll do a lot more crying before he's grown. Calm yourself. I'll see to it.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I never do know. It's like May says, I flop around like a fuddled duck every time he cries. Fine mother I'd make.
They reckon it's easier when it's your own.
Do they? You're better with him than I am. Happiness because he's got your Dora's blood. It's that counts.
Rubbish. It's who looks after him that counts, who cares for him.
Caring's easy. It's the doing that's hard. I'd be lost without me.
Where's his dad now?
We don't know. Last letter we had was from Southampton. Money keeps coming, but sometimes you can't read postmark. And Alan only puts in a letter every now and then.
He'll turn up one day.
Aye. One day.
I'm going to Rialto on Saturday. Ronald Coleman and the Prisoner's Ender. Why don't you come?
Can't afford. And you're not paying for me again.
Why shouldn't I if I enjoy it more?
With me?
Well, aye, with you. Most things are better shared, aren't they?
You want me to? You're not just being sorry for me because I never go anywhere.
I never go anywhere much myself. Sorry for myself would be more like it.
You live inside yourself, you do.
Do I?
Don't need me for company.
Don't I? And how do you know what I need?
Well, I just know, that's all.
Look, I wouldn't have asked you if I didn't want you to come.
Yes, you would.
Well, will you come?
I'll come. If that's what you want.
I put it on the table here.
I know. I saw it.
Then where the hell is it now?
Why don't you ask Maggie?
I'm asking you.
Davis, I didn't touch your book.
I'm going to ask Matron if I can have one of these chairs upstairs. I think we should separate.
You make it sound like an unhappy marriage. If you'd really prefer to be on your own, I'd be happy with a chair in my room.
I prefer it naturally. I've asked once, as it happens, and apparently it isn't convenient.
Well then, we shall just have to learn to live together then, shan't we? No. I'm sorry if I irritate you. Hang on, there's somebody at the door. Yes, Wilson?
Matron sent me.
What is it, Wilson?
She sent me to see Mr. Hanson.
You're in my class, Wilson.
It's about the holidays.
No.
Well?
Matron said to tell you that I'd be the only one in dormitory A after tonight.
You're not going on holiday then?
There's diphtheria at home.
Oh, well, maybe we can move you into B with young Dawson.
Oh, there's no need for that.
All right, then. Run along. Why can't he move into B? Dawson will be on his own in there.
I've had the slip of that boy at least a dozen times this term. He's insolent. Best kept apart. I'd be obliged if you leave him where he is.
Safe and sound?
Aye. Safe and sound. My goodness me. What a journey it was. All of 2 hours. Yeah, and we went near Skipton, near where your dad was born. And a tunnel that long, I thought we were going down mine. Ethel's gone in back home.
I told you you'd enjoy it.
I did. Oh, and people that kind when I had to ask them something on the way. Must be grand to travel, see new places. I wouldn't like to stop away a night, though.
Why not?
Oh, I don't like boarding houses and such. I'd worry about this place. How is he?
I was up a few minutes back. He was asleep.
Doctor been?
Not since this morning. Perhaps he'll come tomorrow. It's getting a bit late now.
He'll come. Twice a day, he said, till the crisis is over. He'll come. He's that sort of chap. He'd be worth a fortune if he ever got paid what's owed him.
What's this crisis?
Comes with pneumonia. Comes within a week or two. It's how they get better. Or worse.
He was mumbling a bit in his sleep.
It's fever. It's a temperature. Your granddad were like that when he had it. Right back in the past he was. On a day out with the Rackabites. And with me mum, and she'd been dead 10 years.
Was Sam all right?
Disappointed, poor lamb.
Aye.
Big place it is. Oh, of course, you saw it when you took him first off. They made me a cup of tea.
I should think they did too.
They didn't seem to mind keeping him on for a week.
There'll be a few there with no one to go to. You'll rarely see the outside of it.
Didn't you like it when you went?
Not much. If I'd have been at his age, I'd have turned and bolted.
That's not what you told me.
I could have been wrong. I didn't want you worrying. After I'd left him, I nearly went back and fetched him out.
Has it done him any good, do you think?
Not as far as I can see.
You've said no to your dad.
What's the point, ma'am? You'd only think I was faulting it because I didn't agree with it in the first place. The way he saw it was the answer. Who's going to convince him otherwise? Not me.
It could have been right. It were clutching at straws. Any way out but Toby.
There was a letter from Toby today. I put it in that drawer.
From Toby? What about?
I didn't open it. It's addressed to Dan.
I suppose it can wait. It'll have to.
I thought I might call round there tomorrow. Ask if it's urgent.
You're back then?
Aye, I'm back, May.
All goes well?
As well as can be expected, I suppose.
Me?
Oh, darling. Has the doctor been?
Not yet, May, no.
He'll come, though.
Did you ask him to come down to our house?
What is it?
It's young Les. I don't know what. I've not to go by but his sound. It's more than discomfort. He seems a bit feverish. It's more than discomfort.
We'll ask him to call round.
Don't tell Eileen she'll go into bloody mourning. You'd think he was hers instead of your daughter's. You know what I mean.
Aye. I know what you mean.
Go on.
Glover says you're stopping.
Aye.
Not going home?
Not for a week.
I'm on my own tomorrow night.
I am in here.
Shall I come next year? Anson's on.
After he's put lights out, you mean?
Shall I ask him?
You were going to put us together, but Davies said not.
He's off on holiday, Davies. Can I come, Sam? I'll not be a bother. Can I? Can I come?
Don't be a babby.
I don't like it in here on my own. I'm here all holiday, apart from a week at camp. Can I come?
Shut up. We'll chance it.
You won't come with me. It's not like Bassamby and Co, is it?
What?
You know, them comics you used to read about that boarding school. Said they took shop, didn't they?
What about it?
I get hungry all the time. If we'd have took shop, we'd be able to go then, wouldn't we?
Where would you get money from?
Happen it be free.
Note's free. Note.
I've just been at Molly Tufton's. She wouldn't let me into her scullery to wash my hands because her man was naked at the slopstone. Drops his trousers twice a year for me in the surgery, being a regular malingerer. Can you imagine such modesty?
They're all like that. Men acting like girls.
And how was Jack during the night?
Slept a lot. Talked a lot in his sleep.
Oh, you're writing it all down to hold in evidence, Polly.
Nay. There's nothing I don't know about Jack that could concern me. Will he be right, Doctor?
I can see no reason why not.
And young Les that you sent to Fever Hospital last night?
Your grandson? Well, he's a chip off that block upstairs, isn't he? So it should be in his favour.
I thought we'd done with diphtheria.
I thought we'd done with scarlet fever the year before last. But it went out the village one road and came in another.
Young Sam's expecting to come home next week, and that's a week overdue.
I'd leave him there if it's at all possible, Polly, especially with such a close contact.
Is it the way we live, Doctor?
What are you on about?
Can't we keep ourselves clean enough?
Now, who could keep themselves cleaner than you keep this? No, sometimes it's milk, and other times it's a carrier.
So I'm to keep the lad away at school, then?
I'd say it's advisable. I'm going to have to send Mrs. Deacon into hospital.
Me?
I took a swab last night. It seems it was positive.
Have you seen Davis?
He was in the dining room when the lads have been given their instructions.
He doesn't go away for another 2 or 3 days. I thought I'd ask him to take over your duty for a couple of nights.
I'm not all that bothered.
Well, I'll ask him. Oh, and there's been a telephone call from Wilson's uncle. He's to stay indefinitely. Diphtheria's broken out again. Shall I tell him or will you?
I'll tell him.
Perhaps he could take a couple of weeks in term. I know it's against the rules and he'd miss a few lessons, but...
Would it matter all that much if he did miss lessons? What would he miss? What subjects is Davis qualified to teach in?
We didn't appoint him, Bill. The board did. It was one of the economies when the donations started to fall off.
You'd have fought it.
Well, Malcolm did. I'm sure he did.
What it must be to have a loyal wife.
Is that your ambition in life?
Davis shouldn't be here. Ideally, neither should I. Oh, I could go on. It's not my place to talk myself out of a job.
They wanted him because he's supposed to know about poultry.
I know Davis's speciality. He teaches them their place in life. And we try to go one better. I said try. We don't succeed. It's pretty obvious when you read this. Placings out in the year. Poultry boy, Lord Martin's estate. Poultry boy, under footman at Ennington Hall. Hall boy at Ennington Hall. House boy at Ranson Hall. Assistant valet at Ranson Hall. They come here because they've had the misfortune to lose one or both of their parents, and nobody else can afford to keep them. And we sell them out to service in the name of charity.
Is there no sign at ambulance?
No.
I've been sat here packed with me bits for an hour now.
How do you feel?
Not up to much. I'm not flushed.
A bit, happen.
I feel flushed. It come on quick, didn't it?
Aye, it does.
I couldn't say I felt warm, though.
Yeah. Let me put this shawl round your shoulders.
You keep your distance. We don't want you down as well. Chuck it at me. Have I got a squint?
No.
Our Angel had a squint when she had it. None of the squint matters much in my time of life. Ronald Coleman's not going to knock on my door. Not this time round any road. You'll watch out for Eileen.
Of course I will.
And young Les when he gets out.
You'll be out before he is, likely as not.
Happen. Aye, happen I will. Oh, poor little bugger, laying there wondering what's happened to us lot. Will they let me see him, do you think?
I dare say they will.
I wish our Alan were here. We've not even an address.
All this time away. He should have come to see you.
Well, he sent the money. Most of what he earns, I should think. I told him we could manage on less, but he took no notice.
He'll come home one day.
Then he'll be reminded of your Dora, and he'll be off again. Not there's much left to remind him, though, apart from young Les.
Walls can remind you.
Ah, that's true. They've seen some life of these four walls. We might not be the cream of society, but we've scratted what we can from life. They'll pull it all down one day, I suppose. And there'll be naught left of us.
Happen Alan will stop when he does come. Hey, it's home for him.
There's nothing for him now, Polly. He never were a pit man at heart. He wanted things that aren't given to such as us. But where he got such feelings from, I don't know.
Our Frank went down pit today for the first time. Him and another teacher from Cuddy.
I never grudged his daddy's ale. Not after he'd been down that black hole. Not really. I wouldn't have grudged it to our Alan if it had been that he'd wanted. But I did grudge him your Dora.
You're talking too much.
Well, I felt the need. I'll shut up now.
Ambulance has come. I'll take you back.
No, you won't. You open the door. Don't stand back, both of you. The men have gone. You top and bottom this place with carbolic. Understand?
What do you turn lights out for? Ask Lexus. He comes round after. Get in there. In here? Aye. Yes, Sam. Keep your feet clean, or Sped will be mucky and will know. Yes, Sam. You can have me pickled cabbage for supper tomorrow if you want. I don't like pickled cabbage. You shouldn't just have bread and note with it. I else do. I spoke it with Eccles when we eat at dinner. I've never been here before. I went straight in bed when my mum died and they brought me. It's fish for dinner tomorrow. Don't we have different in holidays? Yeah, same. Only we get a bit more sometimes if Anson's on. Can you see it straight from in here? Nay, it's warehouse wall. You can from me. You can see end house of a terrace. It's swanky. 2 kids live there. You can see them over the supper in winter at night with lights on. I'm off to sleep now. Yes, Sam. Night, Sam. Night, Dad. Make your bed first thing. Yes, Sam.
You were lucky to find us in. We usually go round to the shop the nose, Thursdays after we've closed. Come through, Frank. It is Frank, isn't it?
I've somebody waiting for me.
I don't know. I never seem to get you Barracloughs to the side of young counter. Ask 'em in.
She's calling on relatives in Dixon Street. Only I said it won't be long, you know. I brought you this letter.
It's the one I sent your dad, isn't it?
He's down with pneumonia. We'll not be able to give it to him for a week or two. I thought you ought to know.
I see. Well, it's nothing urgent. Though it could have been, I suppose. How is he?
Poorly.
Oh, well, I'll keep it then. I'll write again in a fortnight or so. It were something I wanted his opinion about, that's all. Well, I might as well know. Oh, Harry wants young Sam sent to him in Canada. He's got work. It seems he's given up the idea of coming back.
You wanted Dad's opinion?
Well, I'm bound to seek it, aren't I, in circumstances? The lad's in his care.
You must know what he'd say to that.
Aye. Happen I'd feel the same as Sam.
Why bother asking then, Mr. Wilson?
I can't seem to make your dad see. I've the lad's best interests at heart. I can see the drawback of him going to Canada. I've got my doubts about Harry, same as what he has. Well, your dad should respect me for that. Let me take a part in his life.
You know his reasons, I'm sure.
I know what he thinks. I happen to think he's wrong. What's your opinion?
I'm not sure. I can see both sides of the argument.
Your dad doesn't see both sides of the argument. Aye, they're a stubborn lot, his Colliers.
They need to be. They're shoved into the ground in more ways than one, Mr. Wilson. I went down pit today for the first time. See what my lads at school will be going to. I felt like a lad among men. I was in terror. It was all I could do not to show it.
They don't see it same as thee. They're born to it. They saw their dads go down as I saw mine, played on stacks as lads.
I was born to it too.
Aye. But you'd enough sense to keep out, hadn't you?
Sense? Nay, not sense. Look. Just look.
I'll always want coal. Someone will have to do it.
I don't know. Maybe not. Things are happening in the world. Maybe one day they'll be able to leave it there where it is.
Aye, well, what will they do then for work?
There'll be something. It'll breed a different generation. But what'll we lose from what we gain?
Aye, it's a man's world, right enough.
Aye, it's that.
Dawson? Dawson. Wake up, boy. Who told you who come in here? Answer me, boy.
Nobody, sir.
Was it Wilson who put you up to it? Was it?
No, sir.
Get out, the pair of you, and stand at the end of your beds. At the double. Now. At the double, Wilson, you heard me. You heard me say to Mr. Hanson you were not to move into dormitory B, didn't you? Answer me, boy.
Yes.
Yes, yes, what?
Yes, I did.
Well, then?
I'm not in B, it's A, this.
Don't be insolent. You allowed this boy to come in here.
It's not up to me.
You encouraged him, didn't you? Did this boy encourage you? Answer me, Dawson. You filthy, disgusting little devil. Go to the mop room and get a cloth. Come back. Where are your slippers? Get them. Give them to me. Over the bed.
Not a bread there, ma'am.
Aye. I bake the same as I usually do. Forgot your dad isn't eating. Habit, I suppose.
You'll have some on your hands there.
Aye, I suppose I will.
She doesn't get the same crust as you, doesn't Ethel? I don't know why.
It's a bad oven, that of yours.
It's somewhat different. I said to her after we was wed, what's the difference, I said, between this and my mum's?
She'd like you for that.
Nay, she said same. It's a grand crust, is that. She couldn't deny it.
Haven't you eaten today?
Oh, I've eaten. Sort of.
Because you've only to ask, you know, if you want.
I'll have the end off that one.
Can't you wait till it cools?
Oh, I like it from oven. Dripping melts into it.
Well, here's a knife. Drippings in scullery. Same place as it always was when you used to dip your fingers in it. Aren't you going up to see your dad? Frank's with him.
He doesn't want me up there.
Take a cup of tea up for Frank.
Nay, I'd as soon not. I should be off home to bed when I've had this. Think I heard Ethel coming back.
You don't like to see him poorly, do you?
It's not like him, is it? It's as though life had gone out of him.
You mustn't always take his manner for what he feels, George. About you, I mean.
Nay, I don't measure up to what he wanted of me. I know I don't.
He thinks more of you than you know. Same as Ethel does.
Ethel?
It's life as we have to live it that makes 'em hold back their feelings. Not that they aren't there.
Where you been? In assembly hall back at Organ. Davis thinks you got out. I didn't tell Matron. I'm going. Where? Oh, I think. Me grand's. It's miles. I know. I've got a book of stamps. They might take 'em for a ticket at station. I haven't walk rest. You can come if you want. I've nowhere to go to get there. They'll only fetch me back. They'll fetch me back like as not. What are you going for then? I'm going, that's all. Are you coming? I daresn't. I could have gone to the Aunt Edith's. Only they went off. And nobody knows where. They aren't roam any road. Ask me again if you can come on holiday with us. Honest? Aye, I'll ask her. I'm off now. I'll get changed at wash house and I'll go through at wash house window. Tell Fred I'll see him. Aye, I will. I'll see thee, Sam. Aye, I'll see thee.
How is he?
He's hardly stopped sleeping. He seems more rested. He hasn't coughed for ages.
You taking his temperature?
About an hour ago. I wrote it down like Doctor said.
It's dropping.
I thought he seemed less flushed.
It's the crisis coming on.
He looks that much better.
It's the way nature goes about it. Same with any other sort of trouble with your dad. He always liked a straight choice.
Horse smoke.
You what?
These fags. That bloody horse smoke. Hadn't you better go and look at me dad?
He's asleep. He's hardly done anything else since the crisis.
Only coming here to get out of the way. She keeps looking at Babby and saying she's flushed when she's now took kind. The place stinks of carbolic. Wash your hands, she says, every 5 minutes. Think I were a bloody germ. Do I look like a germ to thee? What you reading?
It's called Russia in Transition.
Tell me out they didn't know already.
Aye, they pay income tax.
I always thought they had a cow on an acre of land like Lloyd George Plummies does. They needn't stop for me, the nose.
It's not all that inspiring.
You don't think young Sam headed for Toby's?
I went round there again last night. He'll bring him round here if he does turn up.
4 days he's been gone from yon place. What's he eating? Grass?
Made a book of stamps for my mum sent him.
Trade him the means.
I didn't mean eat him.
He's too much sense for that place. My dad sent him there, so he'll not go back on it. We shall have to try and get him back there before my dad gets well and finds he's done a flit.
Doctor's car's down at Grice's. Will be next call, I should think. Everything all right?
Aye. I sponged his face for him.
They offered me May's clothes up at Fever Hospital. They've been fumigated, they said. But I said no. Burn 'em. She weren't my size, any road. No news of Sam?
No. When did they bring him home?
Oh, tonight, in an hour or two. I've just been to undertakers with Eileen. Briley's in Cuddy. She were paid up on Coffin Club, so there'll be no worry.
How's young Les?
He's right, they say. His throat worst. Eileen's gone in to see Ethel. She'll be stopping at your house till funeral on Friday.
He's knocking, isn't he?
He couldn't have done that this time last week. He's on the mend. I'll go up to him.
May's left her with summat on. Eileen Brady. Young Les to look after.
He was Dora's lad. It's our responsibility, not
Alan
hers.
Dakin's his dad. It's his lookout be rights. What happened about that SOS they were going to put out for him on wireless?
They cancelled it when May died. Seems they only do it for the living.
Young Leslie's living. What about him?
I'll know right when he gets an address again.
Happen.
What do you mean, happen?
Does they think we shall ever see him again?
Better?
Aye. Come and sit with me.
If you promise not to talk too much.
Will I be right?
If you do as you're told, you will.
Got me where they wants me, eh?
Nay.
Like a babby I am.
Quiet now.
I've not just been laying here, you know. My mind's been running on.
Aye?
Where's the lad?
We'd to stop him from coming. Diphtheria's still with us. He's at the school.
George, looking after them pigeons.
Aye, he is. Rest now.
Aye.
Sir,
Yes, Dawson?
have they found Wilson yet, sir?
No, not yet, no.
He was going home, sir.
You told Matron you didn't know where he was going. Why?
I didn't think he'd want me to tell.
And why are you telling me now?
I thought he might be lost.
Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, we assumed he'd be going home. His relatives know all about it. They're looking out for him. Come from the same place, don't you?
Yes, sir. Skeleton, sir.
What's it like there?
It's mucky, sir.
Didn't you like it there?
Yes, sir.
You like mucky places, do you?
We lived there.
Yes, that's right. You live there. You know relatives there now?
No, sir.
Anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Where?
I don't know where, sir.
You can move into the dormitory of the big boys if you like. There are 4 of them in there.
No, sir.
Why not?
They'll plague me.
Well, it won't if I ask them not to.
I'd sooner stop here, sir.
All right. Good night, Dawson.
Good night, sir. Sir?
Yes?
How long holidays for, sir?
5 weeks. Will soon pass.
Is there anything else I should do?
No, they'll sit at rest.
Last time she were here, she were alive.
Best not to think about it.
Why?
If it worries you, if it makes you unhappy.
I know about unhappiness, you know. Never seen anyone dead before.
Only once I saw somebody dead. My granddad. They put a white bandage around his jaw to keep his mouth shut. I was 8 years old. I didn't want to go in, but my Aunt Janie made me. Say goodbye to him, she said. So in I went with her pushing me from behind. He wasn't there. I'd seen him a week before, and he kissed me goodnight and his whiskers prickled. And he tickled me through my nightgown and said I was too skinny. He wasn't there, just something on a bed with a bandage around its jaw.
What am I going to do? After?
Stay here if you want to.
I don't think I could manage it. The rent and all.
You get money from Alan.
That's sent to me.
It's sent to you now.
How could I take it?
It's for the lad, isn't it?
They'll take him from me now.
Who will?
Your mum, Dad, them.
They've got enough on their plates. What do you want to do?
Care for him.
For his sake or Alan's?
For his sake. For both. You think I'm daft, don't you?
No.
Did you never feel like that about anyone?
Once. When I was 14 at school. Sorry, I didn't mean it was a childish thing to feel.
But it is. Part of it, anyway. 14 and never been kissed. And wanting to be. I've had the cure, too.
The cure?
Laying with him on the rug in front of the fire. Long before your Dora. And after she took him away, I used to see it'll pass as I get older. Because after all, you'd expect me to have more sense at my age, wouldn't you? It'll pass, I used to say. Only it didn't. Just gets further away. Cured nothing laying on that rug.
You shouldn't tell me things like this.
I'm sorry I've embarrassed you. That's part of it, you see, wanting to tell. You live off it. You bottle it up and live off it. In a dream most of the while. I've nothing to put in its place, you see. Take that away and I've nothing. May said, she said if they took such feelings from us, we'd have nought and they could do what they liked with us. I'm sorry, I'll shut up now.
And when he comes back?
I'll offer myself, I suppose. What else? I like gas.
I wish Eileen would come. We'll be late. 9 o'clock Wednesday morning, they said. It's only to make arrangements.
Where are we going?
Top church. It's embarrassing. I could wriggle.
Because May was an atheist.
Because I'm chapel and that's church. She wasn't what you just said, anyway.
An agnostic, then?
She was a good woman that were christened C of E. That's how she started, and that's how she'll end up.
I've asked Ethel to listen out for Jack.
Must be hoped he stops asleep, then.
She's got more sense than to upset him while he's ill. I'll make sure back door's not fastened.
There's Been a letter from Alan.
An address?
Care of the GPO. He's gone as a seaman to Australia.
I got back then.
I've run off.
We know. We heard. Did they not think they'd tell us?
I didn't think it'd take me more than a day.
How'd they come?
I walked.
It's 50-odd mile.
I know, I walked it.
Hast eaten anything?
A bit. I had a book of stamps. My granddad will send me back, won't he?
They'll need feeding up, won't they?
He will, won't he?
It's all right for a bit. He's been poorly. He's been at death's door.
Don't like me, my granddad.
He does.
Doesn't?
Letting they have their own way isn't liking thee, is it? Not altogether. Who bought thee these pigeons?
My granddad.
Well then.
Only so he could eat 'em.
He doesn't eat pigeon no more. He's gone off pigeon.
Bet he hasn't.
I bet he has. I bet they could eat a pigeon too from look here. When you're as hungry as we was, you'll eat out, won't you?
I'd not eat pigeon.
They'll not have to. Go and find the Aunt Ethel, tell her you're starved. She'll fix thee up. If she's not in home, she'll be round at your grand's. And tell them you're sorry for worrying everybody, eh?
Aren't you coming with me?
They'd best do last lap on their own.
Gran? Gran? Aunt Ethel?
Sam?
Grandad?
Come back, have you?
Yes, Grandad.
Come and sit by me. Speak up, I can't hear so well.
Grandad?
Should be at the school, shouldn't you?
Yes, Grandad.
Well then,
I've left.
left?
I've left.
Why?
It's a bad school.
Who says it's a bad school?
I do.
What do you know about it?
I've been.
I haven't, eh?
I'm not going back.
Oh, that's not for you to say, is it?
No, Grandad. Can I stop here, Grandad?
Aye, well, that's more like it.
Can I?
A nice, clean town like that, you want to come back to this mucky hole?
Yes.
Well, there's no counting for taste.
Can I?
You've got your mother's eyes. Aye, you can stay.